Merry Christmas.
The movie kicks off on December 22, 1971, just 3 days before Christmas, and we see a few people watching a young couple's home in a small town in Canada. Then the four of them walk straight up to the house, and the moment the husband opens the door, one of them savagely stabs him to death. After that, they pin down his terrified wife, strip her and kill her too. Strange markings on her stomach make it clear this was no ordinary murder, but part of some ritual. The next scene takes us to Blackvale Academy, an all-girls boarding school. A teenage girl named Clara jolts awake like she just escaped a nightmare. She looks out the window and notices one of her classmates, Samantha, getting ready for a jog. Samantha is the quiet girl on campus and the other girls love mocking her. Even that same day while she is in the shower, they casually switch off the lights and walk away. Then the scene shifts to history class, where Miss Rose is teaching about witches. She explains that a major fire tore through the town decades ago, and only 4 people survived. Those survivors blamed the whole thing on a witch. During the lesson, Samantha can't help staring at Clara's deformed hands. Later, at lunch, the girls talk about the murders that have been terrorizing the town lately. One of them brings in a newspaper headline, and we learn the Christmas killers have already wiped out 3 families this week. The popular girl says they always follow the same pattern, choosing a nice-looking couple, slaughtering them with knives and removing pieces of their bodies. Samantha then asks about the strange symbols the killers leave behind, and the popular girl brushes it off as something satanic. The winter break is about to begin the next day, so most of the girls are thrilled to go home and escape the madness. But Clara has never gone home for the holidays. She has no real friends, spends most of her time drawing by herself, and most of the girls assume she must be an orphan, although nobody has ever actually confirmed it. Meanwhile, Rose visits her boyfriend Jimmy, who works as a chef at the school. They talk about their future, and Rose finds out the students already know about their relationship. That night, Samantha packs her things, excited to finally go home and see her family after months away. But then she gets a call from her stepfather and the news crushes her. He can't come pick her up tomorrow, which means Samantha is stuck spending Christmas break alone at school. When the call ends, Samantha breaks down and goes to the bathroom to be alone. But there, she sees something deeply unsettling. Clara is cutting her own hands with a knife and walking off without giving any explanation. 2 nights before Christmas, the same 4 killers enter a local church and grab the priest. Their leader, Jude, lifts the man's shirt and finds the mark on his stomach, confirming they have found the target they were after. Jude then carves into the priest's stomach and takes a piece of his skin. Once the ritual is done, the group's brute, Grant, snaps the priest's neck and finishes him off. Back at the school, Clara wakes from another nightmare and sees her friends leaving for the holidays. Jimmy has been assigned to drive them to the train station, and he quietly keeps a beautiful ring in his pocket, clearly planning to propose to Rose. After saying goodbye, he leaves with the students. Now only Rose, Samantha, and Clara are left at the school. The girls are disappointed, but Rose tries to lighten the mood and promises they will still have a good time. Samantha is still hurt by what her stepfather did, so Rose tries to comfort her, but she is not in the mood. Samantha reveals that her stepfather told her to spend 1 semester at this place, and now it feels obvious to her that he just doesn't want to deal with her, especially since he won't even let her come home for Christmas. Hearing that, the caring teacher tries to lift her spirits by telling her that one day she will have a life that is fully her own. Then she sends Samantha down to the basement to get some vodka. Samantha slowly heads downstairs, nervous because this is her first time there. After looking around for a while, she finally finds the bottle. Just as she takes a few sips, Clara sneaks up behind her and catches her off guard. Clara explains that she usually comes down there to read books from the library. She says the books are forbidden, and the teachers do not allow anyone to read them. Samantha apologizes for walking in on Clara the night before and says she didn't see anything, but Clara calmly says there was nothing to see. After a few more sips of vodka, Clara suddenly asks how Samantha's mother died. The question hits hard because Samantha has kept that private. Still unsettled, she explains that her mother died in a car accident years ago. Meanwhile, the Christmas killers are driving somewhere else. Jude and Maisie, the only woman in the group, are getting cozy in the back seat while Doug, who is driving, is clearly distracted by what is happening behind him. Then everything goes wrong in an instant. A deer jumps out of nowhere and the car crashes. They drag the animal to the side of the road and get ready to leave, but just then a police officer shows up. While questioning them about the accident, he spots a horrifying piece of human skin on the road. Before he can act, Grant ambushes him from behind and Doug gets shot in the arm too. Jude then shoots the officer dead, and at the same moment, Clara wakes from yet another nightmare. It becomes even clearer that she is tied to these killings in some strange way. Later that evening, Samantha and Clara join Miss Rose for dinner, and Rose has gone out of her way to make the evening feel warm and normal. But then someone knocks at the door. It is the killer group, and they say they need help treating Doug's injured arm. Rose is obviously uncomfortable, but they insist on coming in. Maisie even mentions that she used to attend the same school and graduated in 1964, and her photo is on the wall. Since it is the night before Christmas, Rose finally lets them in and starts stitching Doug's wound so they can leave as fast as possible. During all this, Maisie thinks Clara looks familiar and asks whether she has a sister who went to school here, but Clara stays silent. Once Doug is treated, the group refuses to go. Jude grows more aggressive by the second and says they are there to have dinner. When Rose realizes the danger, she grabs scissors and threatens them with them. She tells the girls to run, but instead of escaping through the front door, Clara oddly walks deeper into the building. Samantha follows her into the church room. When Doug appears nearby, the two girls hide under the chairs, hoping he will not notice them. He tries to scare them, but it backfires on him. Unfortunately, he easily catches Samantha and grabs her. Clara approaches with a knife, ready to strike, but Doug threatens to break Samantha's neck. Clara gives him the knife and he takes both girls captive. Elsewhere, Rose manages to lock herself in a room. She tries the telephone, but the line is dead as usual. Then Jimmy shows up outside and notices the strange vehicle parked nearby. Rose manages to get his attention through the window, but Grant appears from behind and knocks him out. Soon after, Jude breaks through the door and drags Rose away too. In the next scene, everyone is tied up in the dining room. It is Christmas Eve, and Jude and his group are thrilled about the dinner they have planned. They start eating greedily while the captives stare in horror. When Jude realizes Rose cannot eat like a dog, he forces her to do it anyway. A little later, he asks whether she loves Jimmy. When she says yes, he reveals that Jimmy had something for her. He unties him so he can propose, but the second Jimmy breaks free, he tries to fight back. Jude responds by slashing his throat, killing him in a slow and painful way. Everyone is stunned, but Clara somehow stays strangely calm. Jude then ends the dinner by handing Rose the ring Jimmy bought for her. After that, the kidnappers take the girls to the main hall, where Jude begins playing cruel mental games. He opens the gifts Rose brought for them. Samantha gets a beautiful dress and is forced to put it on in front of everyone, while Clara just watches with a quiet smile. Clara's gift is a travel book, which is painful in its own way since she has not left the school in years. Then they place all the pieces of skin taken from their victims inside a blood-drawn circle. Jude begins explaining their plan. He says gods or devils are not satisfied by prayers, only by sacrifice. According to him, if they summon the demon, they can become immortal. Maisie then reveals that when she was a student at Blackvale, she used to sneak into the forbidden library. There, she found the book that contained the instructions for summoning the demon. The authorities eventually discovered what she was doing and expelled her, but she managed to keep one page with all the information she needed. Over the years, she met other men who thought the same way, and every life they took and every drop of blood they spilled was part of the plan. Now they only need to kill one innocent soul to complete the ritual. Meanwhile, Rose is busy cutting through her restraints using the ring Jimmy gave her. She finally gets free, but before she can reach a weapon, Jude knocks her out. He drags her into the ritual circle and brutally stabs the kind teacher. Electricity surges through the room, hinting that the demon has been called. But after Rose dies, nothing happens. The group is stunned because they truly believed the demon would appear. Doug starts wondering whether they murdered all those people for nothing, but Maisie insists they must have missed an important step. So Jude and Maisie go down to the basement to check the book. As soon as they leave, the eerie Clara asks Doug what he would want if the demon really did show up. Doug still doubts that killing a bunch of religious people with the same mark on their stomach could actually summon a demon. Finally, he admits that what he wants is Maisie. But he is frustrated because Jude always gets to be with her. Annoyed by Clara's question, he demands to know where the booze is, so Samantha points him toward the basement and leaves the girls under Grant's watch. Then Clara says Grant only joined this twisted group because he is a soldier who needs orders and likes having a mission, which makes it obvious she knows he used to be military. She suddenly steps closer and whispers to him. Somehow the same phrase echoes through the hall so everyone hears it. Clara then removes her clothes, revealing several satanic marks across her body. She orders Grant to let Samantha go and shockingly he obeys. It is obvious he has been hypnotized by Clara, and she tells Samantha to leave right away or she will die. Clara then takes blood from one of the victims and smears it across Grant's face, promising him immortality if he follows her commands. Downstairs, Maisie keeps digging into the book and eventually realizes they made a huge mistake. This was never a summoning ritual. She thought they came here to call the demon, but the truth is the demon was already here the whole time. It lured them there so it could be set free. We also see Clara performing a sinister little dance in the middle of the room. Back with Maisie, she checks her old yearbook in the library and is shocked to find Clara's photo inside it. When she compares it to the pictures on the wall, the truth becomes horrifyingly clear. Clara is the demon. She has been trapped in this school for generations because she cannot escape her body, which is why she seems so familiar. But now, after all the sacrifices the killers have made, she is finally close to breaking free. Only one sacrifice is left now, and it has to be the blood of the guilty. By this point, Jude has completely lost it and starts believing he is the demon himself. He even begins fighting Doug to prove his dominance, but then a fully possessed Grant arrives and pulls them apart. Maisie runs for her life and collides with Clara, but she is quickly caught and dragged back. Finally, we return to Samantha, who reaches a payphone and calls the authorities right away. But she does not wait around. She grabs a weapon and heads back into the house to save her friend. Inside the dining room, Clara has now taken control of everything, and she is the one leading the ritual. At first, she reveals her backstory. A long time ago, the people in this town tried to summon her by setting fire to everything, but they changed their minds once they realized what they were dealing with. That left Clara trapped inside the house, unable to die or leave the property. As the years went by, she took the form of a student and started manipulating people from within. She even placed the ritual book in the library, where Maisie eventually found it. Now Clara needs one final sacrifice to become free at last, and that sacrifice has to be the blood of the guilty. The problem is, 4 of them have to hurt themselves or one another first. She orders Grant to torture the tied-up killers. Grant starts by cutting off Jude's ear, then he chops off Doug's fingers. He even hurts himself to obey the rules. Then, as the 3 of them scream in agony and terror, he finally drives a knife through Doug and Jude's chests, killing them instantly. Now it is Maisie's turn to die, but when Grant moves in to finish her, she starts trying to manipulate him instead, promising they can escape together and live a happy life. It almost works, but because he also cannot disobey Clara, he chooses to end his own life instead. Suddenly, Samantha bursts in and says she is there to save her friend, and Maisie manages to break free from Clara's ritual. Samantha reads the book and finally learns that her friend is the demon. Right now, Clara is trying to break Maisie's mind so she will go insane and kill herself. Overwhelmed by everything happening at once, Samantha keeps begging her friend to stop. Her interruptions keep breaking Clara's focus, giving Maisie enough time to make it toward the front door, but Clara locks it before she can escape. Clara then explodes with anger because Samantha ruined the ritual by coming back, but Samantha only returned to save her. Clara breaks down and complains about how lonely she has been after all these years trapped inside. She even wishes the group would have just killed her. Hearing this, Samantha finally understands and chooses to help, even as the whole building starts shaking. Clara tells Samantha to free her by killing Maisie, since she cannot do it herself. Once the front door opens, Samantha drives an axe into Maisie's back and kills her on the spot. That completes the ritual, and Clara is finally free to leave the school after decades. The movie ends with the police arriving and examining the bodies, while Samantha and Clara walk away together to travel the world. Subscribe, like, and comment for more crazy recaps like this one.